Super kick to CM Punk. What's up, JW here? Today we had the setup review of Monday Night Raw, the Raw before Clash in Paris. They kicked off the show with Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns, coming out and pretty much just saying how he is, he's feeling like he is in the old times, but is no longer the old times because he said Cody Rhodes predicted it over a year and a half ago. He is a chief or with no tribe. He has no wise man. He has no titles. Everything's been taken from him. And the crowd saying like the crowd was going crazy in Birmingham. They were absolutely insane. And Roman pretty much says how he is changing. He's no longer how he used to be. And he was talking about then Jey Uso was brought up by the crowd chanting yeet yeet, and he goes how proud he is of Jey Uso and everything. And he's the one that deserves to be in the World Heavyweight Championship match this weekend, not him, because he got the win at SummerSlam. And then Roman Reigns was rudely interrupted by, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Paul Heyman coming out with Big Bronson Reed. Paul Heyman introduced the original gangster, the tribal thief, the owner of the Shuafala, Bronson Reed. This whole thing of Bronson Reed's pretty funny, honestly. And introduced Bronson Reed as the next big thing, pretty much, and how he is the next like big thing and everything. How he's gonna destroy Roman Reigns at Clash in Paris and show why Bronson Reed needs to be feared. And then Bronson Reed goes on to say that how he is Australian Samoan, and his tattoos were earned, unlike Roman Reigns' tattoos that were paid for. And then Roman Reigns said, he goes, I didn't even know you were Samoan. He goes, well, I guess I'll give you a chance to apologize and come and return my shoes and respect me as your head of the table, the tribal chief. And then Bronson Reed pretty much says no. And then Roman Reigns drops the mic, charges at Bronson Reed, and they go at it. They're brawling all around the arena, back into the ring, and security has to break them up. They get Bronson Reed up the ramp, or halfway around the ring, going towards the ramp, and Roman Reigns gets out of the ring, runs around, jumps off the steps, and just dive bombs the whole entire group of security and Bronson Reed. Roman Reigns standing tall. Then later backstage, Roman Reigns attacked Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker again, turning into another brawl. These two cannot stop fighting. Honestly, I feel like their match, Clash of Paris, should have a stipulation. Right now, it's just a normal one-on-one match. I feel like with all this brawling and everything, it'd be kind of cool to have a stipulation. But overall, a very hype way to start off the show. The crowd was going insane for Roman Reigns. Then we had Dragon Lee go one-on-one with JD McDonough with Dominic Mysterio on ringside. This match was going great until Dominic Mysterio tried cheating when AJ Styles showed up and took out Dominic Mysterio. They went over the barricade brawling and everything. Later, Dominic Mysterio tells Finn Balor that he's going one-on-one against AJ Styles. Adam Pearce made it official. But with no help, JD McDonough was distracted by the brawl between AJ Styles and Dominic Mysterio, and Dragon Lee was able to pick up the victory over JD McDonough. Then the New Day, Xavier Woods, Big G, and Kofi Kingston came out to take on Penta. It was Kofi Kingston and Penta going one-on-one. This match was actually quite long. They were going at it and everything. Actually pretty much tore the house down. I feel like it was actually a pretty good match between the two of them. Penta had the upper hand, and then Big G, Grayson Waller, was on ringside, while Penta was on the edge of the map, edge of the ring, the edge of the mat, and super kicks him right in the face, just dropping and all the stuff. Grayson Waller was holding him flying. Then he went to the top rope, took out Kofi Kingston, went for the top rope, and then Grayson Waller distracts him. Kofi Kingston takes him off the top rope, hits him with the Trouble in Paradise in 1, 2, 3. Kofi Kingston picks up the victory, which was very surprising to me. I was not expecting Kofi Kingston to beat Penta. I don't know where this is going with the New Day storyline and with Penta out. I feel like they're lost what to do with Penta now. So they're just kind of throwing him in with this storyline with Kofi Kingston and the New Day. Then Becky Lynch came out, went to pretty much have the same thing she talked about on SmackDown, how she's all amazing and everything, and was interrupted by Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella comes down and pretty much tells her exactly how she's been just running her mouth the whole time about how she's so great and everything, and when she's actually not. If anything, she's hurt the division. Nikki Bella also tells Becky Lynch, if you're not acting like a dog, you are a bitch. And then she says, you are a C word. And then everybody's losing their mind. She goes, it's not that C word. You're a coward. And Becky Lynch got all upset. And then Nikki Bella rips the Intercontinental Championship right off her arms and holds it up in front of her face. Becky Lynch goes after her, tries to hit the manhandle slam, but Nikki Bella goes to hit her finisher, and then Becky Lynch squirms off and runs around the ring, and Becky Lynch stands tall holding up the Intercontinental Championship and then throws it to Becky Lynch. And then later in the show, Adam Pearce announces that it's official, Becky Lynch versus Nikki Bella for the Women's Intercontinental Championship at Clash in Paris. Then we had Rhea Ripley go one-on-one with Roxanne Perez. Rhea Ripley and Roxanne Perez put on a pretty good match, going back and forth and everything, but obviously Rhea Ripley picks up the victory, hitting the Riptide on Roxanne Perez. Right before she could celebrate, Raquel Rodriguez jumps her, and the Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez started just laying out Rhea Ripley. When Io Sky's music hits, Io Sky comes out and chases off Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez, and Rhea Ripley and Io Sky stand tall. Backstage, Io Sky goes backstage, and Asuka and Kairi Sane are pissed off at her again. I don't know where this is leading to, Io Sky and like the Asuka and Kairi Sane storyline of them being pissed off about her. I don't know if it's in the setup of a tag match with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus Asuka and Kairi Sane. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of random. I think Bayley's going crazy. 3 weeks in a row now we get these package videos of her like talking to herself. Very interesting. I don't know where they're going with this, but Bayley's going nuts. Then AJ Styles went one-on-one with Finn Balor, putting on a pretty good match. They always do when these two go against each other. It wasn't very long though. Finn Balor went for the coup de grace stomp, and AJ Styles was able to reverse it by blocking it, then rolling him off into the Styles Clash 1, and then hits it 1, 2, 3. AJ Styles picks up the victory over Finn Balor. Dominic Mysterio was pissed off backstage to Adam Pearce saying, I got to handle this with AJ Styles. He goes, we have to handle this with AJ Styles. He's a problem. And Adam Pearce is like, right. He goes, I finally agree with you, Dominic. So next week on Monday Night Raw, you're defending your Intercontinental Championship against AJ Styles. Then it was main event time. It was LA Knight versus Bron Breakker. Before the match could even start, these two started brawling around the arena, onto the stage, all over the place, just beating the holy hell out of each other. And they finally make it to the ring, starting the match. LA Knight had the upper hand almost the whole entire match, hitting a superplex off the top right, hitting an elbow drop, but Bron Breakker still kicks out. LA Knight goes to hit the BFT, and he's about to win when Seth Rollins' music hits. Seth Rollins comes down, and LA Knight gets pissed off, and he goes right after Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins runs around the ring, and LA Knight gets met with a spear by Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker throws him in the ring, hits another spear on him. 1, 2, 3. Bron Breakker defeats LA Knight, and they start putting the boots to LA Knight. They're beating the holy hell out of him. When Jey Uso's music hits, Jey Uso comes down, but he gets met by Seth Rollins with a pedigree. They take out Jey Uso and Bron Breakker, and Seth Rollins just taking out both of them. When CM Punk's music hit, because the crowd was chanting so loud, CM Punk, and when he came out, oh my God, they saw him freaking Cult of Personality so loud. And CM Punk takes out Seth Rollins, Bron Breakker, and Seth Rollins retreat. They get out of there, and then LA Knight, CM Punk, and Jey Uso start bickering and going at it again. Not so much Jey Uso, he's just chilling in the corner, but LA Knight and CM Punk start brawling, and CM Punk goes up to pick up LA Knight for the GTS, but LA Knight gets out of it, but he gets eaten by he eats a super kick from Jey Uso. Jey Uso just happens to hit him, and then Jey Uso's just chilling, standing there with CM Punk, and CM Punk's just kind of chill. And then out of nowhere, Jey Uso hits CM Punk with a super kick. I thought they were always chill, but Jey Uso, after he had a prep talk before this with Roman Reigns, how Roman Reigns said, he goes, this is all you. You're on your own. You have to prove yourself. And Jey Uso has shown that he is on his own. He wants to do this all by himself, and he takes out CM Punk with a super kick, and he takes out LA Knight, and Jey Uso stands tall. Seth Rollins loved it. He was doing the yeet thing. They loving that they all turned on each other. So, the big match to Clash in Paris, Fatal 4-Way, Jey Uso, CM Punk, LA Knight, and Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship this weekend on Sunday. But overall, this Monday Night Raw was fire. It was really good. The main event was great. Awesome to see Jey Uso hit a super kick at CM Punk. The start of the show with Roman Reigns was crazy. How much the crowd was loving him and stuff. Kofi Kingston and Penta honestly put on a little mini banger, which kind of was crazy. Dragon Lee and JD McDonough was meh. The Rhea Ripley Roxanne Perez match was not too bad. Honestly, in my opinion, the Nikki Bella Becky Lynch storyline is not too terrible. And AJ Styles and Finn Balor always put on bangers when they go against each other. So I'm going to give this Monday Night Raw a solid 4 out of 5. It wasn't perfect, but it was not terrible. Super excited for Clash in Paris. Stay tuned for the setup review of SmackDown. Also stay tuned. Thursday will be my predictions of Clash in Paris. And if anything's added on SmackDown, I'll just put in the description or comments below. But this is Jared. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.